It's so relieving when an electric scooter brand sends me a product that is actually impressive and well thought out. I love being able to wholeheartedly recommend an electric scooter to you, and the VMAX VX5 is a model that makes it easy to do exactly that. You may have never heard of VMAX, but they aren't new in the electric scooter scene. They're a Swiss brand that sold their scooters in Europe since 2015, and this year they brought their products over to North America. VMAX manufactures their own scooters and has direct control over the quality and features of their products. And by cutting out the distributor middleman, they can offer high quality scooters at a really great price. The VX5 is VMAX's 18-mile-an-hour entry-level model, coming in at a fantastic price point, especially considering the quality and features of the scooter. The LT edition, the smallest battery version, starts under $600. VMAX sent me the GT model of the VX5 for review, which is the largest battery version, and that doubles the LT version's range for just $100 more. Its design is clean and simple, but it's not lacking in small touches that makes the scooter feel high quality. The matte black paint finish, the patterned deck mat, and the neatly routed brake lines. It's excellently proportioned for an adult rider, and it feels like it's really made for someone my size with a long, spacious riding platform and 40-inch tall handlebars. I don't have to crouch or position myself in any weird ways to get comfortable on this scooter. The width of the handlebars is also excellent at 21 inches, which is above average for this class of scooter. Wider handlebars help with stability and control. The simple, rigid design means that this thing feels bulletproof, and I have no problem taking it off of curbs or hopping it over raised sidewalk sections. There's no stem flex, wiggle, or wobble in the scooter at all. The design also keeps the scooter deceptively light at just under 37 pounds. The low weight plus simple folding operation makes this incredibly portable, especially relative to the quality and performance of the scooter. You can fold it up and down in just a few seconds and carry it one-handed when needed. It has 8.5-inch air-filled tires, which are a good balance between comfort and portability. With no suspension, having the pneumatic tires to help with bumps and impacts is exactly what I like to see. These are tubed tires, which I was a little disappointed to see because tubeless tires are much more flat resistant and punctures can often be fixed with tire sealant rather than swapping the tubes. Changing a tube on a solid rim scooter like this can be time consuming and frustrating, so I would have preferred to see tubeless tires here. Make sure to keep your tires inflated properly, and that will help a lot with pinch flats. Moving up to the cockpit, the color center display is big and bright and easy to read in direct sunlight with a cool little circle battery bar plus your current speed, odometer, and riding mode. This is everything you would expect to see in a display. The grips are comfortable and have a nice palm rest, but they do spin around the bars a bit. You can lock them in place by spraying the inside with some hairspray, or you can just swap them out for some locking grips really easily. I'm a big fan of the throttle. It's one of the smoothest thumb throttles I've used, and it has a bit more spring tension than other throttles, making it feel really tight and precise. As a result, you get a lot of control over acceleration. The two buttons next to the throttle control the light and turn the scooter on and off. The power button also changes the riding mode between eco and sport with just a single click. Triple clicking turns cruise control capabilities on and off. 4 clicks switches the scooter from kickstart to zero start, and 5 clicks unlocks the top speed mode and changes the out-of-the-box top speed of 15.5 miles an hour up to the 18 mile an hour top speed. These settings can also all be changed via VMAX's phone app. First off, I love that all the main settings can be changed on the scooter itself, and I don't have to use the app if I don't want to. I typically dislike using apps to change the settings for an electric scooter. For the first time ever, I had a seamless, actually pleasant experience with this app. I literally downloaded the app, connected the scooter, changed all the settings I wanted, and was ready to ride in less than a minute. No logging in, no complicated setup or tutorial. Literally just connect the scooter and you're in. You can change the riding mode, turn the light on and off, swap from kilometer to miles, and turn on zero start. I love having zero start as an option as it eliminates the need to kick off from a standstill. This is my favorite mode to ride scooters in, and I'm super glad that it's an option and can be turned on so easily. Having zero start also suits the scooter because it's surprisingly zippy for the price. It has a single rear 400-watt hub motor that offers that bit of oomph you want in an adult electric scooter. It has no problem getting up to its top speed of 18 miles an hour quickly. With it having a rear motor rather than a front motor, you get a bit of extra hill climbing power as well. I slowed down to 10 or 11 miles an hour on the steeper hills I rode, but it still handles them well for a single motor scooter. For braking, you get 2 levers that are slotted into grooves in the handlebars so they don't move move around. They also give the cockpit a sleek, integrated look. It does mean that moving the location or angle of the brake levers is tricky, and it's probably better to just leave them as is. Luckily, the brakes are in a comfortable position, so I didn't feel the need to move them around anyway. VMAX also does another unique thing with the brakes, with the right lever offering dedicated regen braking. I've seen regen braking on dedicated thumb levers before, but never as a standard brake lever. I really like this idea because with dedicated regen levers in thumb style, I often forget I have it, and in sudden braking scenarios, my reflexes cause me to just grab the regular levers at my fingers. The left brake lever is more standard with a mix of mechanical and regen braking. Both the drum brake at the front and the regen motor braking at the back do a great job of bringing the scooter to a stop quickly. The drum brake also helps prevent aggressive lockup if you grab the brakes too hard. It also keeps brake maintenance to a minimum, as it can be adjusted with just the twist of a knob. The VX5 has a top speed of 18 miles an hour, with it maintaining a constant 16 or 17 miles an hour on flat ground. The above average acceleration also has an effect on commute time in situations when you are constantly having to stop and start. The little improvements in performance over most of the competition give the VX5 an edge when it comes to looking for a great commuter scooter. And speaking of commuting, let's talk about how far you can go on this scooter. The GT version I tested has a 36 volt 10.4 amp hour battery and a claimed range of 22 miles. Based on the battery size and my experience with other scooters, I guessed it would get about 15 miles per charge. For my range test, I rode in just sport mode, the fastest riding mode, though you will be able to get more range in eco mode, which limits your top speed to about 12 miles an hour. Riding as fast as I could on mostly flat ground, I got 15.6 miles of range, which met my expectations. I saw a small 1 to 2 mile an hour drop off in top speed about halfway through the battery, which is typical for 36 volt scooters. I'm 6'1", 205 pounds, but lighter, smaller riders will be able to get more range. Riding in eco mode, I imagine I would have been able to stretch the range out to the advertised number. Based on the range test with the GT version of the scooter, I would guess that in sport mode, the base LT version would get around 8 miles of range and the middle ST version would get around 12 miles, so choose the version you get based on how far you plan to be riding regularly. It's IPX6 water resistant, which means it's fully waterproof and can be ridden through puddles and in the rain with no fear of water damage. I'm super happy to see this, as it's one of the first scooters I really like at this price that also carries such a high IP rating. It's also UL certified, meaning that the battery has been safety tested and approved. UL certification is required for scooters in New York and will probably soon be universally required to help prevent battery fires. It's good to see VMAX ahead of the curve here and offering the peace of mind of being able to charge your scooter indoors safely. For other features, you get a front headlight and rear brake light. For an included scooter light, the headlight is pretty decent and will be enough to get you home if you get caught in the dark, but I would recommend an additional helmet light for nighttime commuters. Overall, the VX5 is impressive and a serious contender in the high-quality, entry-level adult scooter market. This is one of my new favorite scooters at this price and gets a strong recommendation from me. Go check out the VX5 and VMAX's full lineup of scooters down at the link in the description. Also, let me know if you want to see more reviews of VMAX scooters. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.